Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. Several thousand people gathered in Split today to celebrate the 27th anniversary of the founding of the legendary 4th Brigade of the Croatian Armed Forces. Some 7,000 soldiers joined their ranks during the Homeland War. 195 lost their lives in battle, 4 are still registered as missing, and 1,600 were wounded.
You can see even today that the armed forces stands side by side with the people, and the people love the armed forces. Our red berets are a symbol of strength and victory from the Homeland War. It's a wonderful day to be here in Split and reminisce on everything this unit accomplished during the Homeland War. I would like to thank the entire Dalmatian area for the tremendous support the unit has received since the very beginning of the war. Seeing all this machinery here and the interaction with the public, it reminds me of the day after Operation Storm, when the people packed the streets to welcome us back.
The ceremonial program continued with a military procession through the city to the waterfront promenade. People were encouraged to check out the heavy military equipment, including armored vehicles, tanks, and rocket launchers. The main attraction, however, was a Kiowa Warrior helicopter and a naval gunboat anchored in the harbor.
Back then, all we had were our rifles and a lot of heart. Thank God today we still have people with a lot of heart, but this time we have better weapons. I'm glad I came here to see this helicopter. I've heard lots of stories about the 4th Guards Brigade. I heard they never lost a battle or gave up a strategic position.
In related news, Defense Minister Damir Krstičević commented on his upcoming induction into the U.S. Army War College Hall of Fame.
This is a great honor for myself personally and for the victorious Croatian Army. On May 22nd, at a ceremony in the United States, I will be inducted into the U.S. Army War College Hall of Fame. The key for me is to focus on the future. My goal is to strengthen and develop the capabilities of the Croatian Armed Forces. The events here today show that there is a tremendous energy among everyone involved to develop the armed forces in the right way.
Drivers on Croatian roads got their first taste of this year's seasonal traffic as people headed down to the Adriatic coast for the May Day long weekend. Earlier today, cars were lined up at the Lučko toll booth outside Zagreb for around 5 kilometers, but no significant waiting times were recorded.
How is it? It's better if I keep my mouth shut. Yes, there's traffic, but it's okay. It's not so bad. It could be worse. It's completely normal. This is fine. When the summer season starts, then we'll see traffic. This is nothing.
And tourism is slowly but surely returning to continental Croatia as well. A riverboat cruising the Danube and packed with tourists from Denmark and Sweden stopped in Vukovar today. River cruises have helped breathe new life into the area, as Vukovar has become a must-see destination. Tourists were treated to traditional music and Slavonian specialties. This year alone, 280 riverboats are expected to bring some 40,000 tourists to the city. The president of the HNS, Ivan Vrdoljak, has volunteered to become a special advisor to the city of Osijek on development strategies and attracting investments. The leader of the HNS, one of the junior partners in the government's ruling coalition, said creative industries such as IT were the key to creating jobs and preventing young people from seeking work abroad.
Osijek has become a city with an above-average energy and standard. This city wants to keep people here by providing them with top-notch education, good jobs, and places to live. Once these conditions are met, I'm certain that we will not have cases of people wanting to leave, but more people will be moving back to our city.
Union leader Vili Mribic is leaving his post as the head of the Union for the Sciences and Higher Education after more than 25 years on the job. Speaking on Croatian radio, Ribic said it was time to hand over the reins to the younger generation. He said that despite an expected lack of interest, this year's May Day protest would focus on the problems with the government's reform program.
We plan on protesting against these economic policies. We are against these so-called reforms which are not designed to help the people. So yes, we will protest. But unfortunately, you'll notice that the vast majority of the 70% or so of the people who are against the government's policies will not join our protest.
Taking a quick look at sports in the 32nd round of play in the Croatian Football League, Dinamo Zagreb was defeated at home by Rijeka this afternoon 1-0. Rijeka's Maxwell Acosti scored in the 39th minute for the visitors. This marks the first time in nearly 8 years that Rijeka has beaten Dinamo on their home turf. Croatia's top female athlete, Sandra Perkovic, will open up the 2018 athletics season on May 4th at the IAAF Diamond League in Doha, Qatar. Perkovic, a two-time gold medalist at the Olympics and World Championships, said her goals for 2018 were to win a 5th European Championship and a 7th Diamond League title. The weather forecast for tomorrow calls for sunny skies and warm temperatures. Increased clouds in the interior could bring isolated showers and thunderstorms, especially in higher elevations and the Far East. Winds in the interior mostly weak. A moderate southwesterly and southeasterly wind will blow on the Adriatic coast. Morning lows of 9 to 14 degrees inland and from 14 to 19 on the coast will give way to highs of 25 to 30 degrees Celsius around the country. The forecast for the next few days in the interior calls for partly sunny skies and warm, but less stable. Heavier cloud coverage will usher in rain showers and thunderstorms, especially after middle of next week. Southwesterly winds are expected. The Adriatic coast will have mostly sunny skies to start next week. Northern areas could see more clouds and isolated showers. A weak to moderate southeasterly and southwesterly wind to start the week will switch to a northerly and northeasterly wind on Tuesday and Wednesday. And that brings us to the end of our program. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow night.